I'm just testing this out to see if this works. I hope this works and I don't have to mess with a bunch of stupid settings. I hope I can just plug it in and it's going to start working, right? It's going to work. We're going to test it and listen. Test, test, test. One, two, three. Can you motherfucking hear me? Test, test, test. One, two, three. Can you motherfucking hear me? Test, test, test. One, two, three. Can you motherfucking hear me? Test, test, test. One, two, three. Can you motherfucking hear me? Okay. It's a little better.
If Lord of the Rings was made today, oh no, what is this? Guys, guys. Oh no! No! No, guys! This is too much! Wow. To be honest, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
God, I'm so glad it's not longer. If Lord of the Rings was made today, oh no, what is this? So wake in the morning and step outside and I sing a little and get real high and I pick the top of my door. What's going? God, I'm so glad it's not longer. If
All
Lord of the
right.
Rings was made today.
Um, I'm going to have to kind of raise the decibels of something somehow. I've raised this up all the way. Um, I don't know how to make it any fucking louder. I mean, how much louder do I have to make it? Is that pretty good? I don't know how to make it any fucking louder. I'm gonna have to get better microphones or something. How much louder do I have to make it? Is that pretty good? I don't know. I'm gonna have to get
declared wanted because of the Civil War, and a police officer stops him on the street telling Peter to turn himself in. Spider-Man just webs up the officer's gun to try to continue his call with MJ, but as soon as the officer simply goes to his trunk and pulls out another gun to demand that he surrender again, Peter completely loses it and breaks the guard's shotgun in half, saying that all he ever did was try to save that selfish city, but that even so, they still wanted to see him rot in prison, and that maybe if he had given up on being a hero years ago, his aunt would not have been shot unfairly, and his wife would not live in fear all the time. However, as soon as the officer just ignores everything and tells him to turn himself in again, Peter swings away saying that he gives up, but without having the slightest idea that that whole argument had been recorded by some civilians and delivered directly to J. Jonah Jameson, who quickly tells Robbie to call that officer for an interview to expose and ruin Peter's life even more. However, after Robbie surprisingly refuses and explodes at Jonah in front of everyone, Robbie criticizes Jameson for picking on Peter so much, even with so many bad things already happening in his life since he revealed his identity to the world. Now arguing that it was obvious that Peter was Spider-Man this whole time, and that Jonah deep down only chose to ignore that because of the money the kid brought him. And after Jonah simply fires Robbie as an answer, and Peter finds out about everything a little later, Spider-Man immediately goes to Jameson's office and leaves a message there, telling him for them to meet in a private place to talk, now making Jonah quickly go to the address on the note, and in the very same second be pulled by Peter's webs. Jonah then asks what Peter wanted, and as soon as Spider-Man answers, telling him to rehire Robbie, Jameson just ignores the request and tells Peter that he was going to see him in court, since Jonah was still suing him since he discovered his secret identity. But as soon as Spider-Man replies asking if all the good he did for Jonah and the city would be mentioned in the lawsuit, and Jonah gets irritated proposing a deal, Jameson tells Peter to choose between Robbie being rehired or him canceling the lawsuit, and Spider-Man actually chooses to cancel the lawsuit, now making Jonah say that this was only a test to see if Peter really was the selfish person he imagined. However, after Peter reveals that he only chose the lawsuit because he knew Jonah was already going to rehire Robbie anyway, he decides to take off his mask and tells Jonah to hit him to finally let all his envy out once and for all. And although Jonah initially refuses, saying that this was madness, Spider-Man just calls him a coward, and Jonah starts hitting Peter with all his force, spending several minutes straight Jason beating him nonstop. And as soon as Peter, completely destroyed, asks if he was already done, and also gives Jonah a recording of the beating, Spider-Man tells him to use the footage however he wanted to make millions in the Bugle, but that in exchange he would like Jonah to cancel the lawsuit. But although Jameson thinks a lot about the proposal, the next day he just destroys the whole recording and knocks on the door of Robbie's house to tell him everything that happened, in the end rehiring him at his job at the Bugle again. After Spider-Man is declared
Most people know his book.
6 years ago, what is this?
I remember there was this one time I was at like this bar. And
Wait, this is a video somebody made of me.
how did I never see this? It was like, you know, the type of places that like guys go to, and they're wearing like captain's hats, like fishnet, long sleeve shirts. It was a theater play with a friend of mine on Rainy Street. I think it was like downtown Austin, like in that area. And also, like
I know this story.
Okay, so I went to one of these places, but there were two gay guys that were there, and I didn't realize that I had sat next to the guy waiting for his boyfriend to come back, and the guy comes back, and he just reaches over, and he grabs my fucking dick, dude, and like, I didn't care.
Why are you gay?
And I didn't even care, honestly. I really didn't. Like, it doesn't bother me at all.
Doesn't that make you gay?
If somebody grabs my dick, it's not gonna weird me out.
You are gay.
Oh, you.
This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, even remotely close to this. This is amazing. I just, for Fry, never expected like I would be in this situation in my life. Oh my. What are you doing? Probably fresh air.
Ugh.
First off, what's the backstory? No. This dude is, yo, you can't just put your hand. Ain't no way. Son. You got some more hands. Son. This man just ripped your goddamn trachea, son. Reach for his. Oh, he got a bag. You're equipped with a weapon. How is he this confident? First off, you wearing a damn Ninja Turtle shirt. Is he an Aaron the Plumber variant? Perhaps he's an Aaron the Plumber trainee, son. They came from the same school or some shit. Why the fuck is he so adamant to fight? What's the backstory? Son, he got a whole group of shirtless motherfuckers.
Right, you can send this to Mike.
Caressing your medulla oblongata. You gotta swing. Ain't no.
Is my sound terrible? Alright. I guess that's it for now, for a little while. Go finish my laundry, drink some milk, go to sleep. Jesus Christ. Alright, good night.